Hi, second grade. I hope you guys are having a great week. We're going to do some word building this week, and you guys are looking at words that have silent letter combinations in them. Before we start with our word building, I just wanted to review what we're going to be looking at. There's 4 different letter combinations. The first one is KN. When you have KN, it will always come at the beginning of the word, and the K is silent. So if I add O-B, I have the word knob. Okay, K does not make any noise at all. The same thing is true when you have W-R. W-R will always come at the beginning of the word, and the W is silent. So again, if I add E-N-C-H, pretend the W is not there and start with this is wrench, a tool, right? Okay, now our next one, GN, the G is silent, but when you have GN, it can come at the beginning of a word, like the word gnaw, which means to chew. It can also come at the end of a word, like in the word sign. In both cases, the G is silent, but you can look for it in the beginning or the end. And then our last one is MB, and when you have MB, that will always come at the end of a word, like in the word, I should move that over a little bit. You get the idea. That's the word crumb. And notice it's not crumb. The B doesn't make any noise. Crumb. Okay? If you have a whiteboard of your own, go ahead and get it ready. And we're going to do some of these words that have silent letters. Okay, so let's begin with K, N, E, E. So you have the vowel team E, the K is silent, and what's the word? Good, this is a part of your body. Add L, and now what's the word? Good. Let's change the EE to I and add a T. The K is still silent, I is by itself, so you know it's going to make its short vowel sound. What's the word? Good. Okay, let's change the I to O, still a short vowel sound, and what's the word? Good. Let's change the T to a W. Now we have our vowel team OW, which we know can make 2 different sounds. So you have to test it if you don't recognize the word using both the sounds. What's the word? Okay, good. This is something you do with your brain, right? Not the opposite of yes. That's just N-O. Okay, let's change the KN to WR. And then let's change the W to T and add E at the end. So you can see we have WR, the W is silent, and then you have your vowel, consonant E. So what's the word? Good. Let's change the O to I. The only thing that changes is I, consonant E. What's the word? Good. Okay, let's change our T and our E to S-T. Now we are back to having I all by itself, so it makes it short vowel sound. And what's the word? Good. It's another part of your body. Let's change the I-S-T to A-P. A is by itself, it makes it short sound. And what's the word? Good. This is what you do with presents. Okay, let's change now our WR to L. And then let's change the letter P to another silent letter combination, M, B. Now we said that the B is completely silent. So it's almost like just having the glued sound that we've talked about in foundations. What's the word? Good. This is an animal. Let's change. I'm going to erase my whole thing because I put a box. And make an I, M here. In this word, the I is still short. And what's the word? Good. Trees have these, so do we. Okay, now I'm going to just add a C at the beginning. And I'll give you a hint and tell you that in this word, the I, even though it's by itself, it makes its long sound. So it says its own name. So what's the word? Good. Okay, let's change the C and the L, not the C and the L, sorry, the L and the I to O. And I'll give you a hint again and tell you this vowel says its own name. What's the word? Good. You do this with your hair. Okay, let's change the O to a U. And let's change the C to our digraph TH. The vowel sound is back to its short sound. What's the word? Good. Just a few more here. I'm going to erase everything so we could do just a couple words that have that GN. So let's put GN. This is going to be at the beginning of our word. The G is silent. And then I want you to add AT. And what's the word? Good. These are those pesky little bugs that come in the summer, right? And our last word we saw in my example, change T to W. We have a vowel team there, AW. And what's the word? Good. This is something like a dog would do to a bone, right? All right. Thanks for word building with me today. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.